right. So today we are joined by two members from the iGEM team of UiOslo, Linnea and Marthe. Thank you so much for participating in this podcast.
Thank you for letting us come.
So can you maybe tell us a bit about yourselves?
About us or the team?
Yeah, both, like an introduction of yourselves and your team in general.
So we're a team of seven students, and we're all mainly from
bioscience.
Yeah, we go bioscience, all of us. So it's really like bioscience team.
Okay, cool. Are you all like majors?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're all majors.
Cool.
But it creates some problems since we don't have anyone that knows coding, for example. The team is kind of a struggle at this point, but we'll manage somehow.
And in our project, we should actually have someone that knows more about physics, maybe chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have that, so that's in a way, but still. Yeah.
So they like assign specific people to certain roles then, so they have to learn coding, or?
Yes, we need to learn new things, but
yeah, we have a couple of people that does that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. To learn new things is always good.
Yeah, it's really nice, but still, it's hard work.
Yeah, I can imagine. Are you working like full time, all of you, during the summer, or do you have like vacations and stuff as well?
I don't think we had a lot of vacation, but a lot of us work on our master projects.
Okay. Yeah.
And work to like earn money, but also I think most of us worked the whole summer.
Yeah. For instance, I was at home. I don't live in Oslo other than when I study. So I did other stuff that didn't really require me being there in person.
Okay.
So you still have to do something, but
yeah. So
cool. So you're like mostly focused on lab now during the summer as well then?
It's a bit of everything because there's so much to go through. Okay. So I think we just divide the work. So different people have different responsibilities.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And how many people are you in total?
7.
We're 7. Yeah.
7. Okay. That's cool. So can you maybe explain then what your project is about this year?
Yeah.
So our project is
it's named BioSol, which is short for biogenic solar cell. And we're trying to make a bacteria that is going to be on top of a solar cell, converting light energy into electrical energy by the help of pigments that it will produce.
So it's a biogenic solar cell, which mainly means that it uses
biological component.
Yeah, biological components in order to get energy out of sunlight. Yeah, I guess that's an easy way to say it.
Sounds really cool.
It's exciting, yeah.
So what inspired you to choose this specifically?
It's kind of funny. One of our teammates, she actually had a dream about humans being able to harvest energy from the sun using bacteria. And then she had a dream about making a solar cell then that was using bacteria in order to harvest the energy out of the sunlight. And then we just started to look for research on that, and we figured out there were actually some research done on that.
University of British Columbia has done something like that, but they had certain issues with it. And also we found a YouTube video that described everything pretty simple. So we understood more of what it actually was that the university did. And then we just started talking about this, and everyone got really invested in it, just wanting to do something, but we didn't quite know what we wanted to do with it because there are so many things that needs to be improved in a way.
Yeah.
And also it has to be feasible because of the time limit and our budgets and everything like that to actually be a project that we can use in iGEM. But we managed to figure out our little part of the project in the end.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting. Mhm.
It sounds really interesting. Like all of this coming from one dream.
Yeah,
And
it's weird.
comes a whole project.
Mhm.
So how are you like specifically trying to solve this? Are you going to alter certain genes or add plasmids to a bacteria?
How it's going to be made,
Yeah, exactly.
the cell. So it's someone else on our team that has like the overview of how it should be done, because we divided the task. But I think we're thinking of making, or at least we're making the bacteria. We're cloning them. We're cloning genes into the bacteria that will help. Or we have E. coli, so we're cloning genes into E. coli that will make E. coli
Produce
a
neurosporin.
neurosporin. So it has the so it's able to produce it. Yeah.
And neurosporin is a precursor for different carotenoids. So we were
Okay.
thinking that if we made that, that could potentially be made into other carotenoids, which would have different absorption spectra. And we think that if you add multiple together, that would increase the efficiency.
Because
Oh.
it increases the absorption of different wavelengths of light. Yeah.
Okay. So the idea is so that this bacteria eventually can produce electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course we have to attach it to something.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
We're-
would tell that.
We are currently trying to find someone that can help us create this I don't know, the physical solar cell,
Yeah.
small scale. We won't be able to put the bacteria on it, but we would like to have something that so we can visualize how it would be, like both the materials we would use to make the solar cell, and also what we can use to put the bacteria on the solar cell and make it stick there, and also to transfer the energy from the bacteria onto the solar cell in order for us to actually use the energy that it creates.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's cool. Yeah, it would be cool if you could like eventually have it like as a cell phone case or something, so you
Yeah.
could charge your phone.
Exactly.
So,
We don't know how that would work
Maybe
out.
that would be an idea. At some point.
We should bring that to the team, actually.
We should do that. Yeah.
yeah. So what's the biggest obstacle right now that you have to overcome?
The biggest obstacle.
It's part of it, at least.
I think making the physical cell, solar cell, is one of the big obstacles.
And also, since our team is molecular biologists, we would need more information in the area of solar cells, like how they are created, how they actually work, and how we could improve it in a way.
And I think also if we make the solar cell if we're able to make it with E. coli when we're cloning, then also one problem with it could be that it's maybe different bacterias live in different climates and they have like their niche that they like to live in, and so maybe not one solar cell can work all places.
Okay.
And that would have to be
that would be like a further project, though, to make the solar cell viable in every different climate, I guess. If it's would need another bacteria or another organism to be on the solar panel, then it's somewhere where it's cold or where it's not sunny at all.
Or of course, it could be possible to take genes from some extremophiles, for example, and then clone it into E. coli and then use that, and then it will work in more different climates, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. So how do you think it would affect society and the individual if your product is successful?
That's a hard one. I know a lot of people are negative to GMO in general, the word GMO.
And now there are pretty strict rules regarding GMOs. So I guess they would have to loosen up if we were able to, if we would get this out to the market.
Oh.
But of course, we don't think this as a product that would replace solar cells in general. I think we think more of it as a supplement to the market. So maybe some people would be interested in having this, and maybe it could be possible to have make it have different colors because it produces pigments.
Yeah.
Different colors, for example, that would be interesting. And it could be biodegradable. Yeah, there are a lot of things.
Hopefully we could find a way to make it that would reduce the costs of making solar cells.
Okay, yeah.
But again, there is the downside of the bacteria not having that long lifetime. So there will be maintenance, but
maybe it needs to be fed. I don't know.
There are a lot of improvements that need to be done, so we hope that this can be used sometime in the future, at least, to help people where the normal solar cells that you can find now don't really have the greatest effect, I guess.
Yeah. It sounds like it's there are a lot of options that this could be applicable for.
Or just make solar cells in general more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that with different pigments sounds cool. Like you can make it kind of artsy and stuff.
Yeah, that really cool.
Yeah. So besides the laboratory work, are you doing any other side projects for public engagement and stuff?
You're doing actually a lot.
We're trying, at least.
We're trying.
We have a survey that we're trying to get people to answer about their energy consumption, how aware they are of where their energy comes from and how much they really care about that. And also GMOs, how they feel about them, where they should be, if everyone should have access to them, and generally what they think about them, I think.
And then we had a stand.
Yeah, we had a change my mind stand.
Change my mind stand.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like what is he called? Steve on YouTube guy.
Yeah, there is this YouTube guy that did multiple things. He's really funny.
Yeah, they're so funny. Did have
about everything.
So change my mind. It was about GMO.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact sentence.
It was GMOs belong in the natural environment. Yeah. Change my mind.
Oh, cool. Did you have a lot of people coming up to you and talk about it?
There was a few, and there was this guy that was arguing with our team member for 2.5 hours. Wait.
Oh, shit.
But there was plenty of people that came up to us, had small arguments, or just wanted to know what we're actually doing. We got to talk about iGEM, and at least people seemed interested in that. So hopefully there will be an iGEM team from the University of Oslo next year as well.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
that is mostly what we do. Other than that, we try to help other teams with their collaborations.
And we have some presentations about our project and about iGEM. And we're trying to have more. And we also want to see if we can go to some schools and talk about science in general and maybe iGEM and synthetic biology and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. So do you feel like most people are negatively set towards GMOs, or were there some people who kind of thought it was a good idea?
From what we can see from the surveys and the people that we have talked to, and also during the stand that we had, they're actually pretty relaxed and actually want the GMOs or think they are good. So I guess most people want there to be some kind of restrictions, but many people say that if you think about the rules how it is now, they could be slightly looser, so we could have GMOs in different sectors in our daily life without any harm to them. So,
but then this time the stand was at the science library. So then it's most like science people.
Okay. Yeah.
They probably have like another way to think of GMO compared to those that are not like updated on science. So I think this time, if we do it again, we want to try to do it another place at the university.
Yeah. It would be cool to see like the different, how it differs from science faculties and I don't know, humanities.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I think they will have some other points, or maybe arguments against it, but
yeah,
it'll be fun.
We never know.
A lot of interesting discussions then, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
So how did you discover iGEM, and what made you like want to participate in this project?
Both of us actually heard about it from others that are on the team now, and there was two different girls, or two other girls on our team.
Yeah.
That I don't know how they figured about iGEM, but at least they heard about it and they talked to us about it.
And wanted to come and see what it was.
So we went and stayed around for
just see what was going on. Yeah.
And
then it was just, I think for me, I just didn't stop going because I just started going, I guess. So it just, I just became a part of the team that way.
Oh, that's cool. So were they part of the team like last year as well then?
No, I don't think anyone, no one in our team has ever been a part of iGEM before.
Okay.
I don't think that's normal at our university.
Not here, no.
I'm not sure it's allowed.
Yeah, it's allowed, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I think you can, but
no one has done it ever.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice. Like everyone with like new experiences for everyone.
Yeah.
I guess there are pros and cons of it.
Yeah, that's true.
It would be nice to have someone that has the experience and kind of know how to do things.
How to start. Starting like organizing things. We just started and we were so lost. We didn't know what kind of things to use. Like, are we using Google Calendar? Are we using Google Drive? Are we using Facebook to communicate? Like, how are we organizing things and communicating and dividing the tasks that we need to do? There's so much, so that part was hard.
Yeah. Didn't you have any like person from the last year's team that helped you out with that in the beginning?
We had some people that we can talk to, but we found that what had worked for them didn't really work for us.
Okay.
So we needed to figure out our own way, I guess.
But yeah, we figured out now. So
that's good.
It worked.
Yeah. So what's your favorite experience so far?
The team members.
Yeah.
I actually feel like all 7 of us are quite similar and we just like being around each other. And I feel like it's a great learning environment because we connect at that good.
As a team, yeah. It's really nice having like social things together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's great. And so what are you looking forward to the most in this competition?
More social events. And then also the giant jamboree.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be cool. Just to have the experience as well.
Yeah.
I find that most of us on the team don't like public speaking. So I guess we will have a really personal growth from being there.
Okay, yeah. That was all the questions I had.
Yeah.
Well,
so I want to thank you again so much for agreeing to participate in this.
We're really happy that you asked us.
Yeah, it was nice. Project.
Yeah.
Yeah.